and this team rallies around her.
Well, it will be fun to see what she is able to do here against Arkansas tonight. Neither of these teams have played since Sunday, January 8th, as we get ready to go in Fayetteville. And Arkansas, in their home white uniforms, have the first possession of the game. In this matchup last year, Vanderbilt won the game in Nashville, and when we talked to Mike Neighbors this week, he said, we got to try to figure this out. There's not a big book on Shea Ralph yet. We got to figure out what to do against the Commodores. As we look at their starting five, Jada Brown is from Bentonville, Arkansas, coming back home. Harbison, Gerard at the guard position. And inside, Sasha Washington had a really good game against Tennessee in their last game.
What's going to be interesting to watch is slowing down Arkansas. They obviously love to shoot the three. Mike Neighbors big on that. They get to the free throw line. They don't turn it over. So I'm interested to see how Vanderbilt guards Arkansas, but they try to protect the paint with their hands high on shooters. It's a good look there for Sailor Poffenbarger.
And then a whistle and a foul inside on Yabrion Chambers. A little bit of a scramble on this possession for Arkansas. Arkansas right now 3-1 in SEC play. They lost their first game at home to LSU, but they have wins at Kentucky, against Florida, and most recently at Missouri. And it's the best start for Arkansas in SEC play since 2005-06 season. Chambers there with the rebound. Inside to Washington, and that's what she did really well against Tennessee. She had 13 points and 11 rebounds against the Lady Vols. As we take a look at the Arkansas lineup, Spencer, the freshman of the year last year in the SEC. We talked about Poffenbarger. Chrissy Carr, the transfer from Syracuse. And they've got some length as Poffenbarger goes inside.
Both teams going high-low. On the previous possession, we find Sasha Washington in the paint, and nice high-low there for Arkansas.
So both teams with a point early. Gerard, one of the best three-point shooters in the SEC, off on that one, but there's one splashing home, a second chance for Gerard. Spencer puts the ball on the floor and tags right at Jada Brown, the freshman.
You notice the pace so far, Brenda. Vanderbilt kind of walking the ball up the floor. Arkansas loves to run. They've got some depth. They've got numbers.
Gerard misses the first attempt, gets her own rebound though. There's Harbison. Nice pass inside to Chambers, but she can't finish it. Yabrion Chambers gets her own rebound and finishes that time. Arkansas, a little pick and roll. Barnum gets her own, can't get her own rebound, and Vandy will push this time. Harbison past a couple of defenders, no, but Washington there to clean it up. Brown from beyond the arc. Again, a native of Bentonville, Arkansas, just a couple of suburbs north of Fayetteville. And Daniels missing the mark there. Barnum is fouled on the rebound. The head coach for Vanderbilt is Shea Ralph in her second season. She is down to 8 players on her roster with the injuries and dismissal and other factors, but she said, you know, I did that at UConn. We played with a short bench a lot of time, and it's just a matter of everybody playing their role.
Yeah, I think she prefers not to talk about it, honestly. I mean, you think back to her time at UConn and the championships that she won with Gino, you know, they'd play 6 or 7 players. At this point, you're only playing 8 as it, you know, as the season goes on. So you kind of have, you're at your number. And they're playing to their strengths right now.
And Vandy is a team that does not rebound often. Scores at the rim. But right now, Vandy is out-rebounding this Arkansas squad here in the early going.
Yeah, that's been an Achilles heel at times for Arkansas, especially the start conference play against LSU. They got crushed on the boards. Great
and
take
Gerard
by
all the way to the rim. You know, Steffi, they're using their speed and quickness so far against Arkansas. And Chrissy Carr pops a 3. So all tied up here in Fayetteville. The Chrissy Carr three-pointer knotted it up. That's what she does well. Poffenbarger again, no. Big rebound for Daniel. Chambers rolls around on the floor, but is able to get the ball to Harbison, and she's content to walk it up the court. Top of the key.
If I'm Arkansas, I'm constantly looking to push. You want to wear Vanderbilt down. You want to find your shooters in the corner.
Timeout on the floor.
Sailor Poffenbarger off the court right now, and coming up, sometimes you meet someone where you would least expect it.
Eat like a king who's on a budget. 3 tasty options, fries, drink, and nuggets, all for $5. Wait, that can't be right. Just confirm that that's the real price. BK, have it your way.
Academy Sports and Outdoors is here for everyone who loves to get out there and have some fun. With the best brands in the game like Nike and Adidas, plus stylish activewear from our exclusive Freely brand, we've got what you need to play or train your way. There's so much gear to discover at your Academy store, or you can shop on the Academy app and pick up in-store today. Have fun out there with Academy Sports and Outdoors.
We're all tied up here in the early going in Fayetteville. Vanderbilt 9, Arkansas 9. And we talked about sometimes you find someone when you least expect them to. Sailor Poffenbarger was with her mom, Amy, at a Starbucks a few years ago at a recruiting event, and they just happened to run into Shea Ralph there.
Well, you know, Shea Ralph was just worked out. She was trying to decide, do I go get Starbucks or do I change? And Shea still looks great. Like, that's the thing, is after working out, getting her cup of joe, she meets Sailor. And Brenda, I know that later on at the AAU tournament, a coach points out to Shea Ralph, hey, you need to keep an eye on this kid. That is a full circle moment for her.
Yeah, when Amy and Sailor met Shea, Sailor was a huge Maya Moore fan. And so she watched UConn. She was interested. She wanted to play for UConn. So when they saw Shea Ralph in line, they asked for a picture. That's how they got the picture taken. But Shea Ralph had no idea what a good basketball player Sailor was at the time until she went to that recruiting event later on.
And then she goes to Connecticut, transfers, comes and plays for Mike Neighbors. And I just think that she is such a special player. I mean, she's one of the older freshmen in the country, so she's got some experience in life, but I think she's just now getting comfortable, and you can see a big reason why she was so heavily recruited, because at 6'2", she can play really anywhere on the floor. And to start conference play, she didn't play well against LSU per se, but since then, she's finding her groove, and I think that's really what makes Arkansas a different team. They've got shooters, but Saylor Poffenbarger can do different things on both ends of the floor.
Yeah, the last 3 games, she's averaging 19 points a game, set her career high in that game against Missouri, which just so happens that her mom, the former Amy Fordham, who I've known since she was in high school, played at Missouri.
Big ties
so
to everybody,
cool.
Brenda. You've got ties to everybody.
It's all the 6 degrees of separation, right? Yeah, and it's cool for Saylor that she was able to set her career high there at Missouri. All tied up here in the first quarter. Onto the court, Riley Langerman, who comes in and plays so many different positions, the glue player for Arkansas. But Arkansas having a hard time getting going here in the early moments of this game. And Washington commits the travel on that play. Mike Neighbors, he talked to us a couple of days ago about kind of solving the problem, the puzzle of this Vanderbilt defense. He's in his 6th season. They've been to the NCAA tournament the last couple of years, but a lot of new pieces in place this year.
And the biggest reason why they've been playing so well, winning 3 games in a row after losing 3 games in a row, he kind of told us shot selection. And right now, you think about some of the shots, that's a poor turnover there by Daniels. But they're getting good looks. They're just shooting 29% from the floor. So they got to weather that storm and keep taking shots, because that's their offense.
Shot clock under 10. Harbison changes speed. Nice block by Langerman, and a jump ball. Possession arrow stays Vandy.
What was interesting, Coach Neighbors told us that the impact Riley Langerman has when she comes into the game, she's doing so many different things that aren't accounted for on a stat sheet, that they call them Rileys. To me, that play is a Riley. She gets the block, a jump ball, and then she just gets defensive rebound. That's the kind of impact Riley Langerman has when she goes into the game.
Yeah, you know you're doing something right when a stat is named after you because of the way that you hustle on the court, for sure. Miriam Dowda onto the court for Arkansas. Scores on that putback, gives Arkansas the lead. Harbison changes gears, and it's blocked, but it will stay on this end.
For Arkansas, number 0, Saylor Poffenbarger. Replacing number 2, Samara Spencer.
I really enjoyed Coach Neighbors talking to us about the impact off the court for Riley Langerman. Many people around the country driving to Arkansas to talk to her. She is someone who advocates for those suffering from alopecia, and they see her and her success, what she's able to do, and then being a pre-med student, top of her class. I'm trying to get on her level. She's got, hustle plays named after her, what she does off the court in terms of the community, and then academically. You're talking about an all well-rounded woman.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And what she does in the community is so inspiring, and her good grades in her pre-med, it's just really remarkable. It's fun to watch her play, too. Daniels kicks it out. Poffenbarger, too strong. And there she is with another Riley, right on cue. That's a Riley.
You know, every team needs a glue player. They really do. And Riley Langerman coming off the bench for Mike Neighbors just outworks Vanderbilt. No one really blocking her out. It's the extra effort that she makes there. Keep Arkansas alive.
And it gives Arkansas another possession as possession arrow in favor of the Razorbacks, as Daniels will trigger it in. This Arkansas team has been very balanced this year. They've got 4 players averaging in double figures. We've talked about Poffenbarger. She misses that. Riley Langerman gets her hand on another ball, and the foul is going to be called on Bella LaChance from Vandy because of the extra effort and hustle from Langerman.
And again, I'm just kind of harping on it. Arkansas's getting good looks. Vanderbilt struggling to box out right now, and we saw Riley Langerman there creating, you know, another possession for the Hogs. But Arkansas just got to keep shooting.
Langerman misses that one. The pass inside to Washington, and she gets called for a travel again. So a couple of times she's gotten sped up inside.
It's a great option if you're Vanderbilt. And Sasha Washington back to the basket, 2 feet in the paint, one-on-one coverage. I think you got to go with it. She's got to slow down a little bit, playing a little bit too fast.
Shot clock is off as we wind down on the first quarter. Langerman steps back, blocked by Gerard, and that's the way the first quarter will end, and a big start for Vanderbilt. Well, the SEC Network would like to pass on our condolences to the University of already.
Another transfer from outside the SEC. She comes from Boston College, and she's already hit 49 three-pointers so far this season. Just a smooth stroke. She was more of a defender at Boston College, but Shea Ralph needs her offense, and she has risen to the occasion, especially in SEC play. Her highest season in terms of threes made was her sophomore year. She made 56. She's already got 49. So you can tell that the production has been there for Gerard.
Yeah, it's really remarkable. You mentioned that she was a defender at Boston College. She led the team in assists. She only averaged about 7.5 points a game, and for Vanderbilt, she's averaging over 13 points a game.
Between her and Kaija Harbison, those two transfers, their leadership has been important, but their scoring production, I mean, they go as they go.
Yeah, we haven't really talked about all the injuries, but 3 key players were injured before the season ever started for Vanderbilt, and that's why these grad transfers are so important and their scoring is so critical. Way on the, almost at the tail of the Razorback. That one is short though. Washington on the floor.
Alternating possession to Arkansas.
Chrissy Carr, 268 three-pointers in her career. She's got a green light from anywhere, as you can see. First 3 years she spent at Kansas State, transferred to Syracuse last year, and has found a home here at Arkansas.
At the line, shooting 2 shots.
She's had a tremendous career, Brenda. I know that you cover a lot of Big 12. I want you to put your analyst hat on. Have you seen the same? Have you seen any growth from her being in the Big 12 to coming into the SEC? What's the biggest difference, or has it been the same?
Well, I think as a freshman and sophomore at Kansas State, she wanted to shoot. She was unsure at times of when her shots were within the offense with a lot of other scorers around her, but she's always a talented scorer. And I think she, in coming here to Mike Neighbors' system, has found some rhythm and has found where she can have those shots. You know, he worked with her with some film with Amber Ramirez last year and said, where Amber Ramirez was getting those shots last year, you can get them for us this year. Daniel steals it. She's got numbers. And there she is at the top of the key. Chrissy Carr waiting for the 3 right on cue.
Well, she wanted the green light. She came to the perfect school because the green light here is extra bright, and she's got it for Mike Neighbors. Drills the 3.
Puts Arkansas up 15-12 here in the second quarter. Gerard with the basketball, already with 8 points for Vandy. Shot clock winding down. Harbison needs to get it up, steps back. And here comes Spencer. Spencer kicks it out again to Carr. And Harbison in transition takes it right at the defender. Some contact, no call though.
You can tell already the pace. Mike Neighbors addressing that at the end of the quarter, picking up the speed of this game, the tempo now favoring Arkansas.
Ryan Allen, too strong on that one. Vanderbilt 2 for 9 from three-point range so far. And a foul on the drive. You mentioned Coach Neighbors must have talked about the pace. We've seen that here in the second quarter.
I mean, this is textbook Arkansas. Getting 2 feet in the paint, then you got your rim runner. I think they're called Dragons for Mike Neighbors, trailing behind Chrissy Carr. Always a good option in transition. I still think I'm a lock. Locks are the ones that run to the corner, they shoot the three. The Dragons trail, shoot the trail three. Brenda, are you a lock or a Dragon? I'm not a racker. I'm not getting to the rack, girl.
Well, at this point in my career, I would say I'm Dragon. I'm dragging along behind if I happen to hit the three. You know, Chantel Osifor played that position very well for him and had that top of the key set shot three-pointer. That might be me right now.
Never forget seeing that in the NCAA tournament, thinking, what am I seeing right now? But it went in, and they would win games. They had a terrific run when he was at Washington.
You know, and that team, as the turnover committed there by Vandy, that team really set the stage for him as you see some of the key stats for Arkansas this year.
Well, Mike Neighbors doesn't want to turn the ball over. He doesn't want to give up possessions. They want to get to the free throw line, open up the paint so that they can also hit threes, averaging 8.5, second in the SEC. I still think this team can hit 10 to 12 a game. A little bit sloppy to start this game. Maybe the break, dusting off some rust. Neither team hot from the floor.
And another foul on Vandy. 7 fouls have already been called on Vanderbilt in this game, none for Arkansas, and Vanderbilt really can't afford to get into foul trouble with their limited roster.
And I think that pace of driving downhill and constantly being a threat offensively can put Vanderbilt back on their heels, which is why they've been fouling a little bit more due to the pace and the speed of Arkansas and their offensive attack.
Spencer from deep. And a foul called on Barnum on the offensive rebound. So that's the first foul called on Arkansas tonight. Not a lot of scoring so far in the second quarter. Arkansas has outscored the Commodores 4-0 here in the second stanza. LaChance probing, goes inside. How about that? 5'6" junior Bello LaChance goes through everybody to score.
I think that Shea Ralph has talked about this team is they compete, they fight. There's no quit in this team. Yeah, they've seen a lot of adversity this year, losing 3 starters before the ball even goes up in the air, before the season even starts. Renee Alexander leaves for Maryland, that's 4. But they compete. They're always in games. They're never out of games because of that will, and I think that definitely is a reflection of their head coach.
Yeah, they really personify Shea Ralph. If people remember her playing at UConn, that she was so gritty, so gutty, and this team really, they're undersized, but they fight so hard. Daniels bucket.
Two-point basket, Michaela Daniels.
Arkansas already with 3 made threes. Not shooting a great percentage, 3 of 14, but that's a good percentage shot. We've seen it now a couple of times in a row. Bella LaChance is snaking through the defenders to score at the rim.
I like the fact that she's come into this game and hasn't settled for three-pointers. She's driven right at Arkansas, right in the heart of the paint, picking up fouls, getting herself to the free throw line. That's an immediate impact off the bench. We're talking 5'6". I mean, Vanderbilt doesn't have a lot of size.
Yeah, and she's already matched her season high. She's had a season high 6 points a couple of times this year, and with a couple of three-point plays, LaChance already with 6 points. And a blocking foul on Vanderbilt. Washington whistled with the foul. This is her second foul. Well, tomorrow night's men's basketball doubleheader starts at 6:30 Eastern, 5:30 Central, but we're featuring the second game. Brandon Miller leads number 4 Alabama, who's won 6 straight against Liam Robbins and Vanderbilt. 8:30 Eastern, 7:30 Central, right here on the SEC Network and the ESPN app.
Well, the SEC men's games on Saturday, they're wholly upsets, you know. But who's been most consistent? I think Alabama, and Brandon Miller, just a freshman. They got a lot of freshmen on that team, but he has been dynamite so far.
So Erin Barnum went to the line. She is the leading scorer on the year for Arkansas, and that free throw was her first point of the game. Chrissy Carr leads the way for Arkansas with 6 right now, but Barnum has been held scoreless from the floor. Spencer, that's what she does. Spencer, one of those 4 players averaging in double figures for Arkansas at 15 points a game. Barnum typically over 15. Chrissy Carr almost 12 points a game. Michaela Daniels 13. But they have struggled a little bit to score tonight. But Gerard has not struggled to score as she's now in double figures for Vandy.
Yeah, Arkansas doing a good job of just keeping Harbison quiet and making other players step up, which they have. But you wonder when Harbison's going to get hot. She's too good of a scorer.
Barnum misses again over Washington. Benson gets her own rebound. That's her first field goal of the game. Bella LaChance out top. She's already driven into the paint a couple of times. Washington goes tough inside. The kick out to Spencer. Arkansas now 3 of 15 from distance. Posting up tough inside, but they didn't get her the ball. Demi Washington. You've got Demi Washington and Sasha Washington in the game inside for Vandy. So it has been a tight one here in Fayetteville. Arkansas can't shake the Commodores and have a 1-point lead at Bud Walton Arena.
Eat like a king who's on a budget. 3 tasty options, fries, drink, and nuggets, all for $5. Wait, that can't be right. Just confirm that that's the real price. BK, have it your way.
Academy Sports and Outdoors is here for everyone who loves to get out there and have some fun. And with the best brands in the game, we've got what you need to play your way. Shop on the app and pick up in-store today. Have fun out there with Academy Sports and Outdoors.
Heads up, you've got 10 seconds to grab a snack. Farm Rich, the official frozen snack of the SEC.
Arkansas leading Vandy 23-22 in the second quarter here at Bud Walton Arena. Alongside Steffi Sorensen, I'm Brenda Van Lengen. Arkansas just 30% shooting though tonight, and that was the problem last year when they went to Nashville. Arkansas and Vanderbilt met January 6th, and Arkansas was held to a low shooting night, only 28%, Steffi, from the field, and Vandy came away with the victory.
And Mike Neighbors fully aware of the fact that Vanderbilt beat them last year, trying to keep his team on their toes. Understand you can't take any game for granted in this league. And I think what's been tough for his team right now is Vanderbilt doing a good job with help side defense. They're covering space. They're recovering well. I think that was a point of emphasis for Shea Ralph, was knowing where the shooters are, get a hand up, more importantly, get the rebound, and just make it difficult for Arkansas to not play fluid. When we've seen Arkansas kind of separate, 5-point lead, 6-point lead, they've been playing fast, really not getting touched a lot in the paint. But when Vanderbilt really sits in their stance, makes it tough, Arkansas has a hard time scoring.
Vanderbilt will inbound under their own basket, down 1. 2.5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Vandy looking for their first SEC win of the season. Ryan Allen rims in and out, and it will be Arkansas basketball. Well, that did everything but go in. Good look for the Commodores. Jersey Wolfenbarger into the game, and they go inside to Erin Barnum for the score. Just her second field goal of the game, as she now has 5. Steffi, neither one of these teams really has been able to separate. Arkansas's biggest lead of the game right now, 3 points. Vandy's biggest lead of the game was 3. LaChance gets blocked but fouled by Jersey Wolfenbarger. And boy, we've seen LaChance just taking it at the rim several times to put this Razorback defense on their heels.
Well, this is 5'6" going against 6'4". You see the length from Jersey. But I really have been so impressed, Brenda, with Bella LaChance, how she's come into this game, and she has been a spark for Shea Ralph right away, especially when they need points, and she's been fearless driving to the basket.
Yeah, Bella LaChance, this is a player that last year only averaged 1.5 points per game. This year, she is averaging just over 3 points a game, but she's taken it on herself here early. She's seen some opportunities to drive to the basket. She's already got a season high 7 points. Can't make it 8, but she's already got a season high here in the first half in Fayetteville.
She's kind of made up for the deficit of Harbison having a quiet game. So between Gerard and LaChance.
Yalbrion Chambers steals it away. Here comes LaChance. There's Harbison. She gives it up. She's being defended by Riley Langerman, so that might be part of the issue with Harbison. And that one blocked. Chambers tracks down the rebound, goes to the opposite side, and Wolfenbarger there to rebound. Spencer has it taken away. Harbison, no, too strong. And going up for the rebound is Gerard, the great three-point shooter, gets a rebound. She will go to the free throw line. Well, Thursday night's women's basketball doubleheader is highlighted by the top teams in the conference. Aaliyah Boston and #1 South Carolina are in Nashville to take on this Vandy team at 7 Eastern. Then Angel Reese, what a year she's having. #3 LSU host Erin Barnum and this Arkansas squad at the Maravich Center. Should be another great night of hoops right here on the SEC Network and the ESPN app.
Now, did you predict LSU would be in the top 5 in January at the start of the season?
I did not. I will have to admit, I did not.
Yeah.
But
I
what
think
a
they're
job.
They're one of the biggest surprises just in terms of just win-loss. We knew they're going to be talented, but to bring it all together, the job that Kim Mulkey has done, it's all about winning.
Barnum scores there at the rim. Yeah, it's with the Stanford loss to USC this weekend, some shuffling among the top. LSU with an opportunity to move up. And so these two teams that we're seeing here tonight will play the two top teams in the SEC coming up this Thursday. So everybody will be looking forward to that. We're almost out of time here in the second quarter. And look at that. Vanderbilt makes this a 1-point ball game at the half.
It's halftime.
That might just be exactly what Harbison needed to go into break, a little bucket, get her started.
Arkansas has not been able to shake the Commodores and go into the halftime locker room up 27-26 here in Fayetteville. 3 of 15 from the field.
And we haven't really even got to see them get into a flow offensively, and that's something that Shea Ralph talked about coming into this game in terms of just making the second, the third, fourth options beat you if you're Vanderbilt. And we haven't really seen Erin Barnum, really get loose. She's had a couple good looks, but it hasn't been easy for Arkansas, and I think that's a good sign for Shea Ralph. You're on the road, you want to keep it close and be tough and physical. I'm excited to see these next two quarters.
Now here we are to start the third quarter. Keep in mind, Bella LaChance in the last 3 games combined has 7 points. She had 7 points in the first half for Vanderbilt. Sasha Washington has the first attempt, but she misses over Barnum, then hits the deck. Here comes Spencer. 3-point attempt from Poffenbarger, no, but the rebound, the kick out, and it will stay on this end.
And at some point you wonder if Arkansas just hits 1 3 and then there's 3 or 4 that come after that, because that's the way they generate a lot of points in a hurry, because the shots they're getting are good looks.
Arkansas ball.
It will stay on this end with 15 seconds on the shot clock.
Yeah, I know the one that's going to drive Coach Neighbors crazy is not getting to the free throw line a lot. Just 4 attempts. It's 25.
And Jada Brown, the Bentonville, Arkansas native, ends up off the steal scoring and gives Vanderbilt the lead. Chrissy Carr has a couple of 3-pointers in this game. Really, she has 2 of the 3 threes that have been made for Arkansas.
Brenda, I know you called the Kentucky-Florida game yesterday, and that was a great game, right? Kentucky fought all the way back against Florida. That last game, Ole Miss taking on Bama. Bama without their 2 starters on the road. And Ole Miss just never put their foot on the gas. And that's just something that you can't do, especially at home. You've got to protect your home court. And for Arkansas, you got to see more of a sense of urgency from them. Because Vanderbilt, they're seeking their first conference win. They're desperate for one. You got to see the same sense of urgency for Arkansas.
So Spencer scored on the other end to give Arkansas the lead back. Vandy gets an offensive rebound here. It's not typically their strength on the year, but they have 8 offensive rebounds, and they've been able to attack the paint against the Arkansas defense. But here's that Spencer hoop.
Yeah, one thing Arkansas has been really good at today is points in the paint. That really opens up the 3-ball, which they've been getting. Just been cold today.
So Spencer picks up her first foul on this end, and then a double dribble called on Harbison. So Kaija Harbison has been leading the way for Vandy in SEC play, but she's really been kept in check. Just 1 of 8 from the field, 2 points. It's been Gerard with 11 as well as LaChance off the bench with 7 for Vandy. That accounts for most of their scoring. Inside to Barnum, she gets loose. Sasha Washington, she's got 4 points. Going to work on Barnum. And a travel. She's had several turnovers trying to score against Barnum.
I think she's thinking about her move before she catches the ball. And I think that's where, you know, she's just a sophomore. She's very talented, but being able to kind of work through that, get better at just mentally preparing. Once you get the ball, you know what you're going to do, but you're not traveling. And she'll get there.
Spencer was wide left, right? And hustled and got her own rebound. Yeah, passed to herself, right? Chrissy Carr, the ball gets away from her. Three-pointer up. Harbison gets her first three-pointer of the game, and Vandy ties it up. And a foul on the floor. So Arkansas, Steffi, hasn't led by more than 3. Vandy hasn't led by more than 3, but Arkansas had a chance on that last possession, and it got away from them.
And how about Harbison with the 3? And I love what Shea Ralph talked about, her just being able to coach her for 1 year and how much of an impact she's already had on this team. Just a great person on and off the court. And you know, we're talking about how, you know, she comes from St. Louis, but how has it translated so well? And she said, if you're a great scorer, you're a great scorer. And I thought that was so true, because she scored it, she lit it up at St. Louis. And she's doing the same thing in this league because she's a true scorer. She's a competitor.
Yeah, she's the second all-time leading scorer at St. Louis University, the grad transfer, closing in on 2,000 points in her career. Sailor Poffenbarger at the free throw line. Maybe that will get her going as she makes a couple of free throws there. 7 points for the redshirt freshman. Harbison working on Daniels. Pulls it
Washington
back out.
They basically got 5 guards on the floor.
Jada Brown slicing through defenders, and she picks up the foul. Poffenbarger commits the foul, sending Vandy to the free throw line. So Jada Brown, a native of Bentonville, Arkansas, just north of Fayetteville, was a part of a state championship team in 2020, a 2-time All-State selection in the state of Arkansas, coming back home. A 5'8" freshman. This is one of the players that Mike Neighbors, when we talked to him, said you never know how a player coming back home is going to perform, and Jada Brown's been able to do some things here. Another one of the players that's getting to the rim for Vanderbilt. Spencer scoops it in and scores. 8 points now for Samara Spencer. Harbison gets inside Poffenbarger and scores it. Now Harbison was 7.
I think that bucket going into the half was really important for her confidence on the road.
Coast to coast is Daniels to answer back.
Our team's heating up, Brenda.
It feels like
finally
a little bit.
Heating up. I'm ready for it.
A little more scoring here in the third quarter. Arkansas outscoring Vanderbilt 10-8 in the quarter. Jada Brown splashes it home.
You know, it means a little bit more when she's back home.
She's got 6 points now, half the way to her season high. She had a 12-point game against NC State earlier this year.
Personal foul.
And as Samara Spencer drives to the basket, she's fouled. The foul is on Ryan. Well, tonight, SEC Inside grants you an all-access pass to the College Football Playoff National Championship game between Georgia and TCU at 9 Eastern. You'll get to see never-before-seen footage and sound from the players and coaches, a real behind-the-scenes look right here on the SEC Network and the ESPN app. Poffenbarger will be at the free throw line when we come back. Still, neither team has led by more than three in this game.
Eat like a king who's on a budget. 3 tasty options, fries, drink, and nuggets, all for $5. Wait, that can't be right. Just confirm that that's the real price. BK, have it your way.
Academy Sports and Outdoors is here for everyone who loves to get out there and have some fun. With the best brands in the game like Nike and Adidas, plus stylish activewear from our exclusive Freely brand, we've got what you need to play or train your way. There's so much gear to discover at your Academy store, or you can shop on the Academy app and pick up in-store today. Have fun out there with Academy Sports and Outdoors.
Welcome back to Fayetteville. We're all tied up in the third quarter between Vanderbilt and Arkansas, and Teresa Phillips was the first African-American women's basketball player for Vandy. She went on to be an athletic director for over 20 years at Tennessee State, inspiring women in so many ways. Vanderbilt athletic director Candace Lee among them. She is now the radio voice for Vanderbilt. I had a chance to meet her this summer. What a dynamic personality and an inspirational leader. And Steffi, it's women like Teresa and others that have led the way and paved the way for so many others to be inspired.
Yeah, you know, watching Simone Augustus yesterday get her statue unveiled and the amount of people that came out in Baton Rouge to support her and being in tears, getting flowers, the whole ceremony, and then reflecting that next to Asia Wilson the year before, getting her statue, delivering that powerful speech about her grandmother not being allowed on that campus, and now her granddaughter, Asia Wilson, having a statue on that said campus. Two very prominent role models in our game, two African-American females that have statues on campuses, and that to me is so powerful.
That is such an important thing, and I'm so glad you brought that up. And it was so powerful to see Simone Augustus and all the love that she received, so deserved, and to have that statue on the LSU campus is just remarkable. So out of the timeout, Poffenbarger hits a couple of free throws to give Arkansas a 2-point lead. Vandy is sticking close in this game. Gerard kicks it out. Demi Washington into the game, misses that one, and Arkansas with a chance. If they would score here, it would be their biggest lead of the game. Spencer goes inside, out in front of Barnum. She collects and is fouled by Yabrion Chambers, and will go to the free throw line.
I'll tell the biggest difference in this third quarter is Arkansas getting to the free throw line. They have been attacking the rim, drawing fouls. Now 6 for 8 from the free throw line.
And
if
look
there's
at the
got to be an
numbers
award,
for
Brenda, not to talk over you, but if there is an award for most improved player in this conference, Erin Barnum might win it, because her numbers last year, I think she's just finally healthy. She's finally healthy, can play free. She's been a force to be reckoned with for Coach Neighbors.
You know, and Mike Neighbors talked to us about the fact that she was on her way to that kind of season last year, but she had the injury. So she really is having that breakout year this year. But Vanderbilt continues to hang in this ball game, and they get a big three-pointer from Kaija Harbison there. Harbison now in double figures for Vandy. Spencer weaves her way to the rim. Spencer now with 10 points for Arkansas.
And you got to respect Spencer from the three-point line and also the drive. And Jada Brown guarding her, just a freshman. And that's pick your poison, and Spencer makes her pay. A little heavy on the closeout, goes right by her.
Riley Langerman in the game doing what she does so well. She steals the ball and draws a foul defending Jada Brown.
Foul, Vanderbilt number 2, Jada Brown, her third personal foul. For Arkansas.
I mean, I see why they're called Rileys, because when she comes in the game, it's just she's on the ground, she's getting a loose ball, she's forcing a tie up, making a hustle play, making a Riley.
All those 50-50 balls, or all the different hustle plays that can be defined are called Rileys now that she is a part of this program, and she is such an inspiration as she makes that free throw. And you mentioned it, the fact that Arkansas is getting to the free throw line, and that's significant because they're number 2 in the SEC in free throw attempts per game, and that's a big part of their game, and they're already in the bonus here in the third quarter. Harbison kicks out to Allen, inside to Sasha Washington, trying to go to work. Nice left-handed stab hook to draw within one. Daniel goes crashing into the paint, but she is fouled on the drive by Harbison.
And clearly Arkansas just putting their head down and forcing Vanderbilt to try and keep the ball in front of them. They've struggled with that at times. And Michaela Daniels so dangerous, so fast with the ball.
Michaela Daniels, a 77.5% free throw shooter on the year, fouled by Harbison. Daniels makes both. Daniels had an 11-game streak of double-figure scoring until she was held to just 9 points in the last game against Missouri. But she is such a leader on this team. As she goes to the bench now with 7 points for the Razorbacks. Poffenbarger, comes away with the rebound. Dribbles it off a foot. Must have been off Sasha Washington's foot. 2:15 remaining here in the third quarter. And a foul called inside, this time on Dowda, and Arkansas just cannot seem to stretch it out. They have had this 3-point lead and an opportunity to extend it and have their biggest lead of the game several times here in the third quarter and just haven't been able to extend it. Sasha Washington scores again.
Back-to-back possessions by Washington where you can see why she was on the all-freshman team. She has the skills and the footwork in the paint.
But she commits the foul there as Spencer gets to the rim.
Totally different attack offensively from Arkansas. But let's take a look at this play. Washington, remember she struggled a little bit in the first half with traveling, but there she just plays free. She's just not thinking about it, just uses her moves and her skill set to get it done. But Arkansas back at the free throw line. Remember, first half just 2 for 4. This third quarter already 8 from 10 and about to add to it here.
Spencer misses the first one. That's the third foul on Sasha Washington, the 6'2 sophomore, so she will take a seat for Vandy, and Spencer is able to connect on the second free throw. 2-point lead for Arkansas. Gerard comes off the screen short. Going to work with an and one opportunity.
How about this play from Aaron Barnum, the 6'2 redshirt senior, back to the basket. Little spin move, physicality, takes it in the and one, and another chance for Arkansas to get to the free throw line. I love she's demanding the basketball. Love post players that call for it, that want it.
And she misses the free throw. The 4-point advantage, though, is the biggest lead of the game so far for Arkansas. On that shot, Barnum has 12 points to lead the Razorbacks. Gerard had a good first half for Vandy, but we haven't heard from her here in the second half. Harbison misses on that one. And a foul going to be called on LaChance. So the foul trouble starting to mount up a little bit for Vanderbilt. We already have a couple of players on the bench for Vandy with 3 fouls, Gerard and Washington, who just picked up their third. But into the game, Brown and Chambers both have 3 fouls. So Shea Ralph, with only 8 players on the roster, has to be concerned about the foul situation.
Yeah, 4 players with 3 fouls, and that was a tough break and that foul called. I thought Spencer's kind of just fell down, but play stands. Washington coming back in.
Spencer makes both free throws, so 10 fouls have already been committed by Vandy, and you have to think that's the aggressiveness of Arkansas forcing that. Arkansas with a 6-point lead. Vandy with an opportunity for the last shot of the quarter. Shot clock is off. Harbison gets the ball screen from Washington. Allen steps out, hits it. Big 3 for Allen. Daniels heaves it up.
In the third quarter, Arkansas 50.
And Vanderbilt just will not let Arkansas creep away. Ryan Allen with the big 3-pointer to draw within 3.
Vanderbilt just will not go away. 6 threes. Ryan Allen, the freshman, dials it up and delivers a big one heading into the fourth.
Vanderbilt within striking distance. Now, Arkansas on the other side, they've been led by Spencer, who's been able to get into the paint. She's got 13. Barnum has 12. And Daniels there to open up the fourth quarter, misses that shot inside. Harbison, there she is. That's 10 points in the second half alone.
She wanted a foul there. I think she had a good case for one.
Spencer from long range. Big bucket for the sophomore.
Well, if that foreshadows how this fourth quarter goes down, I am glad we've got a front row seat.
That's right. Here we go. Here we go. Harbison picks up her dribble, fades away. Washington keeps it alive, though. Kicks out to Brown. Brown with the bucket. Vanderbilt just seems to have an answer every time Arkansas scores. Barnum, too strong. Poffenbarger scores and rebounds, and she is fouled. Back and forth 3-pointer after a big play.
Well, Harbison here going right at Spencer. Wanted the foul, didn't get it. Jada Brown delivering another three. How about Vanderbilt with 7 threes so far in this game? Just compared to 4 for 18 for Arkansas, 22% from three-point line. I think the three ball, Brenda, has really been a difference maker for Vanderbilt. It's kind of iced any momentum that Arkansas was trying to put forth.
Yeah, they've had an answer so often to anything Arkansas is doing. Although Arkansas has gotten to the free throw line, as we've seen, Saylor Poffenbarger again at the line. She makes both of them. She is 7 for 8 from the free throw line, and now she's in double figures with 11 points. 3 Razorbacks in double figures, and they've got the 3-point lead. Backdoor, beautiful setup for Gerard. That's her first basket of the second half. Spencer out top again. Got
Spencer.
Spencer now with 19 points, Steffi.
Arkansas starting to heat up from the three-point line. I think they got to really clamp down defensively.
Inside to Sasha Washington, has it get away from her as you saw Chrissy Carr come over on the help defense.
Well, much better defense there because this was the play earlier. Gerard just sees the lane, cuts right to the basket. So much better adjustment on that last possession defensively for Arkansas with help side defense.
And then a foul called here on Harbison, but Arkansas has been able to answer back when Vandy has scored here in the fourth.
Spencer, one of the talented players in the SEC. She is fired up. She has been playing lights out, 19 points.
Timeout on the floor. Arkansas up by 4.
Eat like a king who's on a budget. 3 tasty options, fries, drink, and nuggets, all for $5. Wait, that can't be right. Just confirm that that's the real price. BK, have it your way.
Academy Sports and Outdoors is here for everyone who loves to get out there and have some fun. With the best brands in the game like Nike and Adidas, plus stylish activewear from our exclusive Freely brand, we've got what you need to play or train your way. There's so much gear to discover at your Academy store, or you can shop on the Academy app and pick up in-store today. Have fun out there with Academy Sports and Outdoors.
Welcome back to Fayetteville. Arkansas is leading 58-54 here in the fourth quarter. Steffi, it seems like every time Arkansas has a basket, there's an answer on the other end from Vandy, but it's been about Spencer on the Razorback end of the court.
Yeah, the sophomore has been tremendous. I mean, she has had to deliver. She had not a really good game against Missouri, just 2 points, but 19 here in this one. And, you know, her ability to shoot the three ball and get to the paint, she kind of can do it all for Mike Neighbors. And we've seen that today. 7 for 12. Much more efficient than what I was looking at. Come on, Steffi. But this is what you can see from Spencer. Being able to shoot the three, drills it. It's the timeliness, too. When the Hogs needed a three, she delivered one for her teammates. And the energy, I saw some passion out there trying to get her teammates riled up, as it's just a 4-point game. And Arkansas clearly just wants to get a little bit more buffer on this lead. Just 4 points, but Vanderbilt, the way that they've been shooting the three ball has really kept them in this game.
Samara Spencer was the SEC Freshman of the Year last year, and I loved it when you and I talked to Mike Neighbors about her. He said that she is not afraid to try things because she knows she's not going to come out of the game. As out of the timeout, Chrissy Carr unlocks a three-pointer and gives Arkansas their biggest lead of the game. Sasha Washington misses that, but Spencer pushing ahead. Refusing the screen is Spencer, and She's got 21. Eight of 13 from the field. She's splashed in a couple of three-pointers. The sophomore having quite a night when Arkansas has needed her to. Sasha Washington is fouled. She'll go to the free throw line.
Well, Chrissy Carr is a deadly three-point assassin, and you spot her up in the corner, she's going to drill it. That's what she's been doing her whole career, but spacing is so critical to this Arkansas offense. You got 5 players in that pick and roll, 5 players on the perimeter. Once that pick and roll happens, nobody in help side. That is the challenge in guarding Arkansas.
Arkansas just 3 of 17 in the first 3 quarters of play, but they've made all 3 of them here in the fourth quarter. Barnum can't score on that one. Vanderbilt doesn't want to let this lead get away from them too much. Sasha Washington scores inside. Big shot.
You can see the upside with the sophomore. I mean, she catches the ball, she buries a post player in the paint. She is so efficient from the floor.
She has 11 points now for Vanderbilt. Poffenbarger still has had a rough night from three-point range, 0 for 4 tonight. And Arkansas calls a timeout as Daniels dives on the floor for it. We'll step aside for a break as the coach
Ghost Pepper Wings, here we come.
What are you doing?
Just in case, it is Ghost Pepper Wings.
What, scared? These are more flavorful than spicy.
Things aren't always as they seem. Try the Popeyes Ghost Pepper Wings for $5 today.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Academy Sports and Outdoors is here for everyone who loves to get out there and have some fun. And with the best brands in the game, we've got what you need to play your way. Shop on the app and pick up in-store today. Have fun out there with Academy Sports and Outdoors.
It's up by 6.
Eat like a king who's on a budget. 3 tasty options, fries, drink, and nuggets, all for $5. Wait, that can't be right. Just confirm that that's the real price. BK, have it your way.
Academy Sports and Outdoors is here for everyone who loves to get out there and have some fun. And with the best brands in the game, we've got what you need to play your way. Shop on the app and pick up in-store today. Have fun out there with Academy Sports and Outdoors.
Arkansas up 63-57 in the fourth quarter over Vanderbilt. And in the first half, Arkansas was held to just 34% from the floor. They're shooting 59% here in the second half. Steffi, what's the difference?
Well, they're shooting better, obviously, but I think, the recipe for success for Arkansas has always been getting to the free throw line. Remember, they only took 4 free throw attempts in that first half. They're up to 21, so the message was sent from Mike Neighbors at the half. And then they're starting to hit the 3 ball, 6 for 21. Not the percentage that Neighbors probably wants, but they've generated points. There have been rhythm shots, good shot selection, which is really key for Arkansas as well. I think Vanderbilt has got to really protect the paint, draw some charges, and got to get a quick high hand on any shooter for Arkansas, which is 1 through 5.
Here comes Spencer once again, picking up where she left off. She's got 23 now. Steffi, 6 times this year she has been 20 points or more, 9 times in her career, and she picked a good night to turn it on when they were struggling to score against Vanderbilt.
Well, her favorite place to eat is Tacos for Life in Fayetteville, and her and I have that in common. I'm not sponsoring anything, but it's a great spot in Fayetteville.
Barnum knocks that one away. I saw that in her bio too. I thought that was a good choice.
You've been there? It's great.
Mm-hmm. An 8-point lead for Arkansas. Chrissy Carr out top straight away, too far. Barnum has it stolen away from her by Allen. Jada Brown, the Arkansas native, has that one blocked by Chrissy Carr.
Well, Chrissy Carr has got some link to her and some experience, and a heady play for her to protect the paint.
And Gerard is fouled by Spencer, so she will go to the free throw line.
First, second, personal foul. Team foul number 2 on the Razorback. At the line shooting 2 shots. Marnell, Gerard.
How about the numbers for Samara Spencer? 23 points. Really efficient from the floor. I think just the takes to the basket and then also being a threat from the perimeter. I mean, that's tough to guard. I mean, because you go over a ball screen and then she's going to shoot the three. You go under, she could hurt you both ways.
Mm-hmm. This Arkansas squad has a lot of scoring options with 4 players averaging in double figures, but they did not shoot well in the first half of this game. Just 34% from the field, but going to the free throw line, getting Spencer going to the rim, and now Barnum will go to the free throw line. It's been a different second half for the Razorbacks.
Vanderbilt into the game for number 5.
Well, tomorrow night, college basketball on the men's side. The doubleheader starts at 6:30 Eastern, but we're featuring the second game. Brandon Miller leads number 4 Alabama. They've won 6 straight against Liam Robbins and Vanderbilt at 8:30, right here on the SEC Network and the ESPN app. So Barnum connects on the second free throw. She's got 13. The foul was picked up on Sasha Washington. She's got 4 fouls for Vandy, but Vandy not going away. The three-pointer there draws them within 5.
I mean, how can you not like Kaija Harbison's game? I mean, the way that she plays, she's so tough, she's so gritty. Didn't shoot it well in the first half, but has come alive in the second.
And a blocking foul called on Ryan Allen.
Personal foul, Vanderbilt for 24, Ryan Allen. Her 3rd personal foul. Team foul number 4.
Just a gamer in this pick and roll, but Gerard,
Eric Barnum.
no one's stepping up to the plate. I'm delivering. She's really evolved her game. I've been so impressed with her play all season long.
Yeah, she shoots almost 40% from three-point range to lead Vandy. She's 3 of 6 tonight. She had 11 points in the first half, now 6 in the second half to keep Vandy close. Barnum at the free throw line makes the second.
And you have to think, too, that the 3 starters that were lost before the season started, Gerard and Harbison, they were going to complement their returners. And now they've had to embrace completely new roles.
And gets away. That's a great point because you had the key injuries to Jordan Cambridge with the Achilles, Kaylin Smith with the Achilles, and Ayanna Moore with an ACL. Those were going to be the key players on this team, and all 3 out. And so Harbison and Gerard have really had to step up and have been very productive for Vandy. And then the foul committed here on the drive. Daniels slow to get up as she runs into Kaija Harbison.
Team foul number 5 on Vanderbilt. Timeout, Arkansas.
Clever DJ music. Get out the way. Yeah, look a little like knee to knee there. Never enjoyable. Hope both of them are okay.
So a timeout on the floor with 3:27 remaining. For much of this game, through the first 3 quarters, neither team led by more than 3. Arkansas has been able to stretch it out. Their biggest lead was 9. They've got a 7-point lead right now as Michaela Daniels is being tended to, but Vanderbilt has given Arkansas everything they have wanted and more. Vanderbilt beat Arkansas last year in Nashville, 54-51. Arkansas hasn't beaten Vandy since 2020 because Vandy didn't play the SEC season in 2021, so Arkansas hasn't won against Vanderbilt since January of 2020.
Mike Neighbors is really honest with us, Brenda, about, there's not a lot of material on Shea Ralph. This is just her second year, and how do you scout? And then there are injuries and transfer players. What is it that they're doing? Because she's had to shape and change how she's schematically trying to do things offensively, but defensively, they're just always tough and scrappy, and that is Shea Ralph.
Big three. And there's Ryan Allen with another three. Vanderbilt is hanging around in this ball game, making it very tough for Arkansas. 9 3-pointers now for Vanderbilt. They're 9 of 20. And then Barnum answers back in the paint.
That's just tough to guard. You got your 5 up on the top of the key, and she can break you down off the bounce and score downhill. That's really tough at that 5 position.
So even though Arkansas has far outscored Vanderbilt at the free throw line, they've made 20 of 27 free throws, where Vandy is just 7 of 12. The thing that's keeping Vandy in this game is they've made 9 3-pointers to just 6 for Arkansas. You can see the free throw numbers up off our scorebook there. 2.5 minutes remaining for Shea Ralph's team. Down 8. Harbison is fouled and will go to the free throw line.
Number 0, Sailor Poffenbarger. Her third personal foul. He foul number 3 on the Razorbacks.
So the foul is on Poffenbarger.
Line shooting 2 shots. Marnell Gerard.
And excuse me, it's Marnell Gerard, the grad transfer from Boston College, who has had an exceptional night. She's got 18 points now, has made 3 3-pointers. And draws Vandy within 6.
Vanderbilt's got to start stringing together consecutive stops and scores, because right now you can't afford to just try and score and keep pace with Arkansas. You got to really buckle down defensively, keep those hands up on shooters, more importantly get that defensive rebound.
All by herself under the basket is Poffenbarger. Great pass from Barnum. And Daniels deflects the ball, and it will be 21 seconds on the shot clock for Vandy, having the ball on the sideline. A timeout called on the court.
The spacing so key for Arkansas, but so is communication if you're Vanderbilt, and who you're guarding and where you are. Jada Brown loses Sailor Poffenbarger. Just the easy 2 for Arkansas. Remember, they love to shoot the 3, but they love to score points in the paint. 36 tonight.
It's been a tough night for Arkansas, but they have been able to really spread this advantage here in the second half by getting to the free throw line and increasing their shooting percentage, Steffi.
Yeah, I mean, you expect a gritty, tough Vanderbilt team to come in here and play fearless. That's what you're going to get from Vanderbilt. But I think we started to see what you want from Mike Neighbors here to close this fourth quarter out. Executing in the half court.
Got a whistle and a foul on Daniels, her first. Vandy just down by 8. The way they've been shooting 3-pointers, they're not out of it. Harbison misses. Washington misses the putback. And Spencer going to take her time setting things up for Arkansas. Spencer, short. Here comes Vandy. Harbison to Gerard, gets it. It's a 5-point game. So really, it's kind of a free timeout right now for Shea Ralph as they knock down that three-pointer. That's the 10th three-pointer of the game for Vandy, and they're able to set up their full court pressure here. 1:14 remaining, Arkansas with a 5-point lead. Daniels. Boy, may have gotten away with a travel, but threw it away, and then a foul on Riley Langerman. Things could not have gone worse there for Arkansas, with now Vandy, the clock stop, and they'll go to the free throw line.
Yeah, I was wondering if Vanderbilt was going to try and foul to extend this game out, but rolls the dice, tries to get a steal. They force the turnover. Now plenty of time on the clock here.
Harbison's first trip to the free throw line, she misses. She's an 84% free throw shooter on the year. Typically gets there a lot, but misses that one. Connects on the second. It's a 4-point game. We're at 1:05 on the clock, so Arkansas can't call a time to advance until we're under a minute, so they'll have to go against this full court pressure. Spencer gets it ahead all by herself is Chrissy Carr for an easy layup. Harbison draws contact, and she will go to the line. Man, if you're Arkansas, you don't want to foul here.
Yeah, but a couple miscues from Arkansas, turning the ball over on the previous possession outside of the Carr score, but here then fouling to put Harbison at the line.
As I mentioned, Harbison on the year, an 84% free throw shooter. She missed the first of her 2 attempts on the last trip to the line, but she makes both here. It's back to a 4-point game again. Arkansas playing a little keep away now, and Daniels is fouled by Harbison. That's the 4th foul on Kaija Harbison.
In for Vanderbilt, number 35, Sasha Washington. Replacing number 12, Debbie Washington. At the line, shooting.
Kayla Daniels has been to the free throw line 4 times tonight, has made all 4. She's got 9 points and 6 rebounds to go along with 4 assists. She is now.
It looks like Mike Neighbors will send all of his players back to get ready to play some defense, and it's really important here to know where your shooters are.
Timeout, Vanderbilt.
And Vanderbilt calls a timeout so they can advance. By Daniels making that shot, now all 5 starters for Arkansas are in double figures. But now they've got to play some defense. What do you expect Vanderbilt to do here down 5?
Well, the thing is that they've been shooting the ball extremely well. So you try to space the floor and you try to put players in a position where they can either dribble off. You could put Harbison going to her right and Gerard in the corner. So she can either get to the basket quickly or have a shooter in the corner. I think the way that this team plays and the way that they've been shooting, you kind of spot up and then try to get an offensive rebound. If not, try to go for a steal and foul right away.
And it hasn't been since back in December that Vandy was in a close game. They've lost each of their SEC games by double figures, but they had a couple of overtime games in December against Louisiana Tech, against Liscum. So they've had some close games this year, but it's been a while. Barnum blocks that one out of bounds, and Vandy will have the ball under the basket.
Well, it was a really good clear out for Harbison going to her left. Fortunately, just better defense by Arkansas.
Harbison waiting. Gerard throws the ball away and then commits the foul. Gerard came around that screen, Steffi, and then, the turnover.
She's been playing, she's had a heck of a game. 22 points, just a miscue there. A costly turnover. You think they get a quick score or a three-pointer, then it's just a 2-point game with, I think it was a 10-second differential on the shot clock and game clock.
Daniels still perfect from the free throw line for Arkansas. Excuse me, she did miss one of her last free throws, so she's 6 for 7, now 6 for 8. And Vandy tries to call the timeout.
Timeout, Vanderbilt.
Fans don't think that, they think maybe a turnover was committed before, but the officials gave her the timeout. Shea Ralph gathers everyone around.
Well, I like the play that she drew up earlier to get Harbison going to either left or right with the clear out. Let her dribble and create in space. And also you got the option of Gerard to hit the three. Those two have been their playmakers all season long. I don't think you go away from them. Washington can clean up on the glass as an offensive rebounder.
And so that's the last timeout for Shea Ralph and the Commodores. So you talk about what Vanderbilt is probably going to do. What does Arkansas need to do defensively here?
I think the biggest thing too is just to get the defensive rebound. Not giving up any offensive rebounds here. Finishing the play, guard for this full possession. No easy layups. Know where your shooters are. That's why, scouting is so important, and several players have stepped up for Vanderbilt, but you know who the ball is supposed to go to now with 26 seconds left. You're looking at Harbison and Gerard, your scores.
Harbison has 15 on the night. Gerard has 22. They're the leading scorers on the year. Harbison back to Gerard. Yes, she knocks down a three. And then Arkansas calls a timeout, so that's who you expected to get the shot. Last time she turned it over, this time she delivers with the three, and Arkansas just 3 points ahead.
Well, Sailor Poffenbarger was guarding Marnell Gerard, and she gets hung up on the screen here. And remember, she is a freshman. So Harbison gets the ball, and she has the opportunity. She can go, she can drive, or she's looking for that fade screen. And Sailor Poffenbarger just gets caught underneath the screen. She doesn't go and fight over the top, knowing that Gerard wants the three ball. Washington sets a great screen. That is a well-designed play and executed perfectly by Vanderbilt.
And it's the fifth three-pointer of the game for Gerard. She now has 25 points. Okay, so now Arkansas still has a timeout. Vandy has none. What does Vanderbilt need to do here defensively against Arkansas?
I think you give yourself 3 to 5 seconds to try to get a steal, but then you've got to foul, and you've got to extend the game. Hope Arkansas misses some free throws.
And Vanderbilt does not have any timeouts, so if they get a possession, they've got to go. quick foul by Jada Brown will send Erin Barnum to the free throw line. And only 1.1 seconds went off the clock.
At the line shooting 2 shots for Arkansas, Erin Barnum.
Barnum just 5 of 9 from the free throw line tonight. She's a 59% free throw shooter on the season. As Ryan Allen, who's made a couple of three-pointers, checks into the game for Vanderbilt along with Sasha Washington. So Harbison, Gerard, and Allen have all made multiple three-pointers tonight, and Barnum misses the free throw. Barnum makes it. No timeouts for Vandy. Here they go. Down 4. Gerard gets the screen, steps back, hits it. It's a 1-point game. Back-to-back three-pointers for Gerard to shave this lead down to 1. Arkansas calls a timeout, their last timeout. Neither team has a timeout remaining, and Arkansas with the 1-point lead.
You know, sometimes I think not advancing the basketball and just letting it play out full court can be helpful if you're the offensive team, because Gerard just creates. No one really steps up, puts a hand in her face, and she buries it. 28 points for her, and I don't think ever Riley Langerman thought, maybe anticipated a screen was coming, but just a little bit late to react. Gerard makes her pay.
Marnell,
what a heck of a game.
Yeah, 6 three-pointers, 28 points. Vanderbilt has not won on the road in SEC play since January of 2020. They're within 1 of Arkansas right now. Neither team has a timeout. Arkansas called the timeout, electing to inbound it on their own baseline. And then a foul as Daniels was going to try to go out, I believe, to get the ball, and instead Vandy gets in her way, tries to draw the offensive foul, and that's the 5th foul on Kaija Harbison. She took a risk and she committed her 5th foul.
I think it was the right call. Brenda, if Harbison would have positioned herself in front of Daniels, that would have been a charge. That would have been going the other way.
But the bad thing for Vandy is they don't have their ball handler, their primary ball handler, Harbison. They have other ball handlers, but she's out with the 5 fouls. That puts Daniels to the free throw line. She's missed a couple of free throws on her last trip. She's 6 of 8. And she is at the line for 2 now. Arkansas just up by 1. Daniels connects. Again, no timeouts remaining for Vanderbilt, and Harbison on the bench. It's a 3-point ball game. Gerard has hit back-to-back threes. The ball is in her hand. Gerard pulls up, banks it in, and ties it up. Arkansas, no timeouts. Here comes Daniels for the 3, and she makes it in! Michaela Daniels banks in the 3 at the buzzer to give Arkansas the victory! Arkansas had no timeouts. Michaela Daniels goes the length of the court and hits the game-winning 3-pointer. The officials are going to make sure that it's official, but let's take a look at both baskets.
An unbelievable series of events here at Bud Walton. Gerard hits the 3 right back down the court. Daniels, 1 second left, drills it. Oh my, I don't know if I've ever seen back-to-back threes like that with less than 10 seconds on the clock. Wow. That's
she definitely
good,
she definitely got the ball out of her hands. I mean, what an effort by Marnell Gerard, who hit 3 3-pointers in the last minute of the game, but no problem at all. Michaela Daniels gets it up in time, the game-winning 3-pointer. Arkansas escapes with the victory.